Yo, it's Famicom here again, and today I've got a couple of new books that I've gotten in the past, I'll say month or so. These here, because I've never really done a proper manga haul before, there's so much content for me to make, to be honest. So I've chosen a couple, I think four books here that I've gotten recently. And we'll start off here with two from the same manga. So, if any of you guys recognize this book, the mangaka in question today is Keizo Miyanishi. So I've read one of his books before, but these two came in quite recently in the mail. And I guess I'll start off with this one titled Maila. I have no idea what it's about. I haven't touched them yet, but this one surprised me because it came like this. I saw the top of this and I thought, well, why is it so flimsy? And then I open it and it turns out that it's a cover. So this is the story, the Maila story, which I'll show later. I have to be careful with Keizo because if you don't know what he does, very surreal ero-guro type stories. But when I opened it, I saw this CD. Oh, sorry for that sound. So here is a CD of Miyanishi's band titled Onna, which means woman or lady. So I did not know this when I bought this book. I thought it was just like, a normal book, but it comes with a CD, which I'm really excited to listen to soon. I knew he had a band, and I know that every time on Mandarake his stuff comes up, it's taken down straight away because he's got a cult following. But yeah, it surprised me. I was so happy coming home and just seeing this pop out of nowhere. But yeah, this here is Maila, the main story. And before I show it, I gotta check the pages before I show them because, yeah, on my Instagram, I've done a post on Miyanishi before, so I'll have to be careful. But I have no idea what this is about. But his art is absolutely insane. There you go, a woman's story. So I'm guessing actually, I'm not guessing. I'm not sure if it relates to the story at all. But look at the design on that CD cover. Here is the opening shot to the manga. Very creepy. Again, I don't have any idea what this is about yet. I haven't read this. Insanely detailed art. I'm actually not sure where Miyanishi was actually published. I don't think he put stuff in Garo. I'm guessing like more erotic store magazines. I'm just trying to find something that's like not too crazy. Here you go. Insane. What I'm seeing right now is it's not as surreal. This work at least. Ooh. Okay, I can show this one. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Oh, I cannot show that. Okay, I can't show anything else. But that's Maila for you. The CD and the actual story. Insane. Oh, I just realized maybe it's actually two things. No, actually, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this third one, the second book from Miyanishi, I don't actually know the name of this. I totally forgot the name of this book. But I believe there's some it's like a trilogy series, sakuhin. But yeah, give me a second while I flip through and try to find a suitable page to showcase. Here we go. Man, crazy stuff. Oh, actually, yeah, I do remember flicking through this a little bit. The first story is surprisingly not as crazy as his other works. So far, from what I've seen. Like, seems very normal right now. Let me flick ahead if there's anything. No. No, actually. No, it's fine. Not sure what this is about, but it doesn't seem too ero or guro yet. Yeah, interesting. The other stories though, can't really say the same. Got this like different colored paper. That's all I can show. It's pink. Here's another chapter. Yeah. I personally don't know too much about Miyanishi, his stuff. Again, I've only read one tankobon, which I forgot the name of. I can pull it up later. But his art is actually crazy detailed. The facial expressions too. But yeah, I like to describe his ero-guro as being just surreal. Surreal ero-guro. It's like, the stories I don't get too much. I don't understand, but sorry, I'm not showing anything. I literally cannot show anything else. But yeah, stories themselves they feel very poetic. It's hard to understand for me, to be honest. Very poetic, even romantic sometimes, but a lot of it is about love, sex, betrayal, power, all that type of stuff. So that was my recent Miyanishi haul. Alright, so moving on. This was from a little while ago. Curse, I believe it's called. Juso. Juso. By Hanawa Kazuichi. So I've only read one Hanawa book before, and this is Tsuki no Hikari, Moonlight. I've done an Instagram post on this as well, but in a similar vein with Miyanishi, this author here, this mangaka here, is also very focused on ero-guro. Although this series here, this specific book, from just a flick through, it leans less towards ero-guro and more, I guess, mythological stories about legends and whatnot. Yeah, I haven't read this one yet. Don't know what it's about, so I'm sorry if I can't really explain too much. But I think just looking at the art is honestly, it's just worth it. Like, you don't even need the story, to be honest. Yeah, it does seem to center around this girl. And she is on the front cover. This girl here. Don't know why there's like an elephant nose sticking out there. But yeah, just flicking through, nothing too crazy in terms of any ero or guro elements yet. So this one will be an interesting one to read. Oh, that was an interesting page. Oh, I just lost it. Damn. Oh, there you go. I should have said warning for trypophobia, but we're doing ero-guro. I gotta show the insane stuff. But yeah, I'll also show Tsuki no Hikari as well. Whatever I can show. In this specific volume, I wrote a blog post on this as well, a specific story called The Tabernacle of Flesh. What I focused on a lot in that article was the backgrounds and the borders that Hanawa uses. If I can find, let's say here, like, look at that creative decision to make the borders of the panels different to the rest. Something like this. Like, the panel itself can just be like a painting. It's on its own. And pretty much every single panel in this book can be like that. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, a lot of these stories in this book is more like they're period pieces, focusing on women who are in love with different men and they get betrayed and etc etc, except for this one. This one's a really funny one. Very reminiscent of Hino's character designs. But yeah, most of them in this book are quite violent. Let's look at that. Crazy. Yeah, so running theme for this video, I guess, insane art. The amount of detail. Every single page, every single panel. But yeah, that was Juso, Curse, I believe. Less on the ero-guro side of Hanawa, which, to be fair, now that I'm thinking about it, for Hanawa, he is, yes, known for his ero-guro stuff, but he also has his award-winning series, Doing Time, which I believe is pronounced Keimusho no Naka, something like that, because he was actually incarcerated and he was in jail for around 3 years for illegal firearms possession. And he wrote a series, I think it was a 2 to 3 volume series about his time in jail. Some of the Axe volumes I read actually did have some of those chapters in there. And it did win awards. And it was translated into English. I forgot the publisher name exactly. Although it's a little bit hard to find now. It was a while ago. But from what I've heard, and people speaking about Doing Time, I've heard it's amazing. So one day, I do hope to read that. But yeah, highly recommend Hanawa. He's got some range. He's got some range on some stuff. And I think here we'll move on to the next book. This one's a more recent book as well. Ao no, I believe that's Jidai. So like blue period. Ao meaning blue. By Mizumaru Anzai. Or Anzai Mizumaru. This mangaka was published in Garo, and that's where I discovered him. And although he does do manga, he has done a lot of like other essay stuff and like graphic design. I don't know too much about Mizumaru, but just going on like AniList, for example, you can see his a little brief summary of his achievements and some of the work that he does. But yeah, blue period. So if I open this book and you look at the art style, we take a complete turn from the detailed art of Miyanishi and Hanawa to this, a more heta-uma style of storytelling. And I've seen this boy before on like a Garo issue somewhere, but the art style, because I love heta-uma as well, captured me straight away. I believe I haven't read any actual stories from Anzai Mizumaru yet, but just the art alone makes me very, very interested. It seems like, because again, this is a recent haul, I don't know anything about these stories. It seems like some of these stories are the same series. Like I'm seeing this boy a lot, and the story is called Blue Period, so it must follow this boy for quite a long while. But yeah, heta-uma, my obsession right now, ever since I got into alternative manga. It's been a very, very big focus of mine, just collecting. Not reading yet because, you know, I'm slowly reading through everything, but I am collecting a lot of heta-uma. For example, like Ebisu, of course, Yukagoto, Hanakuma, Yusaku, a lot of those Garo and Axe contributors, heta-uma. And in my previous video, I did talk about heta-uma slightly, saying it was like from the like 70s to the 80s, that being my favorite. Those like my favorite decades of Garo. just because there's something so captivating about the whole style of heta-uma, going against different conventions of art and coming up with this sort of style that is simple yet effective in its storytelling. A lack of background, lack of lines, lack of facial expressions. But ironically, it makes the character more expressive, in my opinion at least. But yeah, this is Mizumaru Anzai, Blue Period. So those were the four books plus a CD that I picked up recently. Very excited to get into them once I am a little less busy. But yeah, just a bit of a short one for today. I do plan to make a lot of videos in the future because it's fun. It's just fun talking about different books that you might not normally see on social media platforms, that type of stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.